Welcome back, CNG 124 500. Everyone's back from spring break this week, so we're starting to continue our way back through the course at week 10. Let's see, I read the discussions for week 9, and it looks like how I kind of thought it would go. Let's see, I think both Johns mentioned, and a few other people mentioned like Lab 15, man, that was difficult. You know, at first I thought I was unsure, but then as I started to go along, I started to get how to complete the lab. And I think even someone, I think it was Wes, that might have said like the lab was very like instruction driven. Yes, 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 yes. After Lab 13, which was this big lab here, that we did with the routers. The process now gets, I wouldn't say convoluted because it's not really cloudy at all, but you have to use Lab 15 as a template for completing these future labs. And if we look at this week, you know, I don't give you a packet tracer file. This week you're actually taking the packet tracer file, and let me double check this before I say that, or say this is for sure. But I'm fairly positive that you have to build your own packet this week from scratch. And if I did have it, it would be yeah, no packet tracer. Interesting. Well, that's good, because now you're kind of building your own network from Packet Tracer, and part of the assignments from here on out will be, you know, you understanding how to set up your own little networks in Packet Tracer, then configure those networks upon request. The lab for this week, I believe 16 is only 4 pages long, but you will have to use commands out of 15 to complete the task. My old videos are up, so I'll take down my old videos so you guys see the latest, greatest videos. But as we rip version 2 assignments, so we have rip version 2 and then the router config 2. Both will be due Sunday. They're not, once again, you have to use steps out of 15 in order to make sure that the lab works. I did see a couple state they had an issue with Lab 15. Make sure to take your time and work on it. Figure out where you went wrong. Once again, it's comparing. It's not really going back and checking everything and going through going through the packet and searching what page is on. If you did it correctly, and I wish I had a piece of paper here, but if you did it correctly, you should be drawing using the template on the front to actually map what you're doing in Packet Tracer. Once again, I give you this topology here that's kind of written out, and we see like circles and serials and gigabit Ethernet, fast Ethernet. You know, we see all these ports, specific ports, but we don't see, I guess up here, you see the network addresses, but we don't see any IPs detailing what they go to. You know, once you write it on this paper, you know, you then take that paper and you move it to Netacad, and then in Netacad, you make sure that all the information, you know, matches up. You verify all the information you wrote on the lab itself. You know, is that the same information that I see in Packet Tracer? Very, very critical times in your learning that you have to start making sure you do this. I know it's going to seem like a lot of extra work, but this is basically like setting up a self-help for you, because you're going to have all the information correct in Packet Tracer in front of you, and then be able to just like click, do a running command, do show interface brief. Then you're going to see all your interfaces with their IPs next to them, and you're going to be able to verify, that this is correct. Or you're going to be able to do show IP routes. Then you're going to be able to see the IP routes and verify that information is correct, because not only did you transfer it from your written paper, but you moved that to be information that's available on your Packet Tracer file right in the front. So get used to that. Documenting will help you. I know it's going to take more time, but documenting will help you troubleshoot your networks a lot faster. I've had students take this exact detail to their Packet Tracer where they're drawing circles and ovals. If that helps you understand, great. I've had other students start to draw lines through their routers to indicate that the router does have an inside and outside, and then they need to be different IPs. So whatever helps you transition this to a troubleshooting template, that'll help you out. If you're stuck, it'll definitely help you out. Once again, if you're stuck, reach out early and say, hey, look, had a hard time doing this. But yeah, for this week, let's get started on week 10. Should be easy enough to do. If you're having issues with the lab, make sure you use that lab discussion. I haven't seen it been used for a while now, since February 17th. So make sure you post there if you're having an issue. Say, look, I'm stuck at this one. I'm stuck at this step. Leave a picture. That'll help people troubleshoot what you're trying to do more easily. This week for presentation, make sure you look at the PDF, how to build a Cisco packet or a Cisco network. That is in... Is it in reading? I don't think it's in reading. Well, I guess it is in reading. Common Packet Tracer errors, how to build a Cisco network using 6.2. I need to update that. But it's the same concept. You click and drag the same routers, same switches. Be mindful of your PCs. I did see a student in class today pick a PC that didn't have a NIC. So we had to turn the PC off, install the network interface card, turn the PC back on, and then we were able to use a NIC. So make sure you pick a PC that has a NIC in it or is upgradable through that. Great. This week, I don't think we have one test. Make sure to get that test in. I guess I had the wrong date in there. That should be good for now. We're getting kind of close to the end. Make sure that you do have your Kaplan software Net Plus rehearsal, software. Make sure you have that so you can start practicing for the Net Plus exam. And then if you missed a test, everybody, I shouldn't say everybody. There were a few that missed test 1. There might be a few that missed test 2. But having that Kaplan and rehearsing that Kaplan, getting a score beyond a 70, or I should say a 70 or above, will modify those scores to 100. But they do take time to do. I would expect that you're probably spending at least 5 hours. I would say 5 hours a week, maybe a couple hours a week. Keep on rehearsing that software until you get that above a C, and then you just screenshot it, take a selfie, something that you can turn in. Make that sure that's in ones and zeros or tangible. And we're getting, like I said, we're getting close at the end. 5 weeks left. If you have any questions about your grades, please reach out to me. Phone number is 970-204-8419. I'm at my desk from, I should say, till about 3 in the afternoon. I'm in and out of my office. If you leave me a voicemail or shoot me an email, I'll answer you pretty quick. But let's take that. Let's take that time to think how you can be successful when exiting this course, and make this a good class for you to end with. Networking, man, we've grown a lot since the first week, but we're really transforming what we've knew to something that we see now every day. Let's see, coming up, I think in week 11 we have to do, check the syllabus. We have a NetAcad portion. Make sure you look at the syllabus and do chapter 3 quiz, and then we'll do, I believe it's chapter 9 test. Those have to be done in order for you to take the skills final. Failure to do that, I will not allow you to take the skills final. If you look at the syllabus, I believe those 2 finals themselves are 15% of your grade each. So the final will be 15%, and then the skills final will be 15%. If you did not do the NetAcad one, or I should say the NetAcad quizzes and test, by the way, those grades don't transfer over, so just take them, knock them out of the way. Failure to do so, I don't allow you to take the final. So you do get knocked 15% off what your grade could have been. So make sure you're doing that. And make sure you're rehearsing Kaplan. The more you rehearse that, the better it's going to get, the easier it's going to get. And then you're going to boost those grades, those scores from whatever you had to 100s. And that's it for today. I'll talk to you soon.